Welcome to the Georgia Virtual College Fair. Before we start our presentations this evening, just a few quick housekeeping items. The first is that attendees are welcome and encouraged to ask questions to any of our panelists at any time utilizing the Q&A feature. If you have a question for a specific school, please put that school's name or abbreviation in your question so they can spot it easily. Likewise, you're welcome to ask a general question to any and all of our panelists. Also, your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists will not be able to see or hear you. And also, please do feel free to sign up for additional sessions, the same website where you signed up for this evening session. And about 1 week from today, a recording of this session will also be available on that registration website. But without further ado, I'd like to go ahead and introduce our first presenter this evening, which will be Point University.
Hey guys, my name is Brad Bonner and I'm one of the mission counselors here at Point University. So we're just gonna dive into this real quick. So some fun facts about Point. So we were originally founded in 1937 as Atlanta Christian College. And then about 2012, 2011, we actually moved from East Point, Georgia, which is in Atlanta. And then we moved to West Point and changed our name from Atlanta Christian College to Point University. One big thing that I always like to point out to students is that we do have a lot of different programs that we like to offer, whether it's dual enrollment, some of our online programs, and we have our traditional campuses as well too, which are actually in Peachtree City, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, and then in West Point, Georgia as well too, which is where the main campus is. One big thing about Point is that we're actually SACS accredited, which is the same accreditation that you would get from other schools, like your other bigger schools in the Southeast as well too, which is another thing we always like to point out. Here at Point, we always like to say that our mission is to educate students for Christ-centered service and leadership throughout the world. And that's something that we really stand by and something that we really love to go by when we talk to students and stuff like that. Here are a few fun facts about Point. One thing I will point out right here is just our student to teacher ratio is actually 15-1. I'm actually a graduate from Point, so I always like to talk about that. You do get a lot of one-on-one time with the teachers, and it's actually very intentional. They actually see you in class, which is really nice, and I've really enjoyed my experience with that as well. And another cool thing I want to point out too is that we're just represented by almost 18 different countries around the world. We actually have a lot of international students here, which is also really fun because you never know, you may meet a student in your class and their first language may not be English. So it's kind of cool to have those experiences and just kind of like bond with them and have those experiences with them is always nice. Right here, you can see where we're actually located. We're right on the border between Alabama and Georgia. It's always kind of fun because we actually go on Eastern time, but sometimes your phone may switch over to Central time. But we do go on Eastern time. So this is where we are located, right on the border between Alabama and Georgia. So this is a map of our campus and where everything is downtown in West Point. So our campus is located right in the middle of downtown West Point. We're literally right next to the Chattahoochee River. So sometimes when you go to campus, you may be able to see the lookout over the river, which is super nice. Our housing is downtown as well too. And a lot of the freshman housing, which is downtown, is literally walking distance within the campus. So it's always nice to be by those as well. On the next page right here, you actually see some of our degree programs that we offer. We have a lot of different degree programs that we love to talk about. One big question that we like to actually ask the students at Point is, who do you want to be? I know sometimes we always get the question, well, what do you want to major in? Well, at Point, we like to ask the question, who do you want to be? Because, you know, you may have different options or you just may not really know what you want to do. So we always like to ask, like, who do you want to be later on in the future? And then, of course, you can always get in contact with one of our mission counselors so we can definitely let you know what degree program we recommend, path that you'll go down. So just kind of help you out with your future and where you want to be and stuff. So right here, you can see some of the certifications that we do kind of offer to students and stuff. So one big thing that we do like to point out is just the pass rate for our GATE for students who do want to be teaching majors and stuff like that, or who do want to go in the teaching field. For students who do take the GATE test, we actually have a 100% pass rate, which is super cool as well. And we also have a lot of different other certifications for a lot of our business majors. For example, the Lean Six Sigma, which is really big, especially when you guys go into your business field and stuff. So we always do like to point those out as well. Another big stat that we do like to point out, especially with our teaching program, is I think 90% of our students who go through our teaching program pass, and then another 90% when they're actively looking for a job, they actually get that job within the first 6 months, which is always really nice to have. So one big thing at that point is that we're really big on this thing called pre-academics, which just means like practice in the field before you graduate. So for example, our teaching majors, they actually get to get in the field very early. So for example, their freshman or sophomore year, they're going to be in the classroom and they're going to get that experience in the classroom to see like, hey, like, is this really what I want to do? Same thing with our business professor or business majors and stuff. They'll be out in the field actually working in their internships and stuff like that early. For example, I got my degree in exercise science, so I was able to get out there early in my field and kind of like learn about it and stuff like that. So that way, by the time I was graduated, I was like, hey, like, I know this is what I want to do. So it's always nice to have that kind of stuff like for academics. So Educational Resource Center, we have this at Point. So it's really nice because all of our educational resource stuff that we have at Point is free. So for example, tutoring and stuff like that. We also have a writing lab for students. So for example, if you need help with like a writing lab, or if you need help with writing papers and stuff, we have those kind of services available for students, and they're free to you as well too. So I always tell students like, hey, use them, like it's free, so why not? We also have a career for calling, and we have a center for career and calling. This is kind of helping you out with your career. So for example, when you're looking for your internships or after you graduate and you just need help with your resume or whatever it may be, we have this available for students. So that way they can kind of have that experience, or they can kind of have that help to like, hey, like I really don't know what I want to do. So we have these kind of resources ready for students like, hey, let's see if we can help you get you to what you want to be, or who do you want to be, or whatever it may be. So we have these available. Another thing we do like to talk about is our residence life as well too, which is the different living areas that we do have. So we have 3 different ones for freshmen, which would either be the nest, which is usually for our freshman males, which is about 5 minutes walking distance of the campus. We have the lofts, and then we have the summit as well too, which is both living downtown in West Point. So we do like to point those out as well too. So student life, I like to talk about that a lot. We do have a lot of different groups and stuff like that that we have downtown in West Point. They're just by our campus. So we definitely like to tell students about those. And if you do have questions about these, definitely feel free to ask us about these. Athletics, we do have 19 different athletic programs at Point, whether it's football, baseball, or we also have women's sports as well too. If you are interested in playing any kind of sport, just reach out to us and we'll definitely be willing to get you in contact with one of our coaches that we may have. For the admission process, just go online to our website. Our application is free online. So we always like to tell students that. So just go ahead and apply. If you need help with the application, just let us know. If you can send an unofficial copy of your transcript, that would be awesome. And then we'll just ask for a few other documents and stuff like that that our admission counselors will be able to let you know about. So we do always want to tell students like, hey, we want to be able to challenge you and just kind of get you in your field, just to kind of get you ready for the real world and stuff. So that's, as I said, our mission is to educate students for Christ-centered service and leadership. So that's always really nice. But if you guys do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us and just let us know, and we'll be willing to help you guys out with any questions that you guys might have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Point. Our next presenter this evening will be the University of Alabama.
Good evening. My name is Andy Morrison. I'm one of the regional recruiters in Georgia for the University of Alabama, and we've prepared a short video for our presentation.
If you think you know Alabama, there's more. Think entrepreneurs and authors, performers, innovators, and CEOs, shaping our world, inspiring us, making us think differently. The University of Alabama, where legends are made.
At the University of Alabama, legends are made every day. From the athletic fields to the research labs, there are a range of opportunities available to you. Did you know that UA is consistently a leader in the enrollment of National Merit finalists? Or that we're #1 in the Southeastern Conference and #2 in the country in the number of internship placements? These are just a few of our students' many accomplishments and what lies ahead for you at UA. Founded in 1831, UA draws almost 60% of its students from outside the state of Alabama, and Georgia residents comprise the largest group of out-of-state students. In addition to the benefits of a large research institution, UA maintains a small campus feel with a 23-to-1 student-teacher ratio. And with almost 200 degree programs and a diverse student population, we offer a lot of opportunities to help you discover your legendary path. There are so many opportunities to get involved on campus with more than 600 different student organizations. If you're interested in it, UA probably has it. Alabama offers fraternities and sororities, honor societies, campus ministries, intramural sports, and much more. And let's talk about community involvement. UA students dedicated more than 1 million hours of service last year. If you're ready to be a legend, get started now at apply.ua.edu. The University of Alabama is now test optional for 2021. Students applying without ACT or SAT scores will be evaluated by their overall GPA, core academic GPA, and the strength of their curriculum. While we encourage students to submit available test scores to provide additional support to their application, lower test scores will not be a disadvantage. UA has rolling admission, so once we receive your application and supporting documents, a decision can be made in about 2 weeks. UA makes the out-of-state experience more affordable by rewarding academic excellence. Georgia residents who have earned both the grade point average and corresponding ACT or SAT score on this chart can be automatically awarded a merit scholarship. Extracurricular activities and leadership also matter. If you're admitted to UA by January 15, you'll have access to our scholarship application, which allows you to be considered for a variety of other competitive awards, even if you have not been able to take the ACT or SAT. For more details, please visit scholarships.ua.edu. An Alabama education has no limits. From Warner Media to Mercedes-Benz, UA students have an endless array of opportunities for internships and education abroad. With almost 250,000 alumni and friends of the university, our network reaches around the globe. UA has a reputation for innovation, and your experiences here can give you the skills and drive to accomplish incredible things. Many legends have been discovered when taking their first steps onto UA's beautiful campus and exploring the city of Tuscaloosa. Your journey can start online now by scanning the QR code on this slide to begin a virtual 360 tour. You can also reach out to your regional recruiter to discuss other options, including in-depth visits, virtual information sessions, and university days. We hope that you're excited about the University of Alabama and want to learn more. Your regional recruiters in Georgia are your best resource to guide you through the application and scholarship processes. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to helping you become a legend. Roll Tide.
Hope that was informative. Thank you very much. We look forward to answering your questions later.
Thank you very much, University of Alabama. Our next presenter this evening will be Winthrop University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Brown. I am one of our admissions counselors here at Winthrop. I am the admissions counselor for the state of Georgia. So for all of you guys here joining us this evening, I am going to get started with just a quick video. All right, so as you noticed in the video, we do have about 6,000 students on campus, which does make us a medium-sized institution. We are a public comprehensive institution in South Carolina. We are also a very diverse institution with students from over
Not sure if you are frozen. It's frozen on my end. Winthrop, looks like Winthrop had some technical issues, so we will move Winthrop to the back of the presentation, and hopefully they can get back with us. So we will move on to Wofford College. You're muted there.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so my name is Adelaide. I am your admission counselor at Wofford College. I cover the entire state of Georgia, and I'm really lucky that I get to do that because you guys are really great. So let's start off with some fast facts over here. Wofford is in Spartanburg, South Carolina. So for those of us that are not totally familiar, Spartanburg is in the upstate of South Carolina. So we're actually closer to the North Carolina state border than we are to the beach, making us about an hour and a half from Charlotte and about 3 hours from Charleston. We have 1,761 students on our campus. We are a small private liberal arts college. So what you're looking at in terms of that is students from in-state, out-of-state, covering 37 different states, 22 different countries, and currently 21 different faith perspectives. And we have no graduate students on campus. So all of our students are undergraduate students. And that's an intentional choice that allows all of you guys to be working together in community. Everyone is generally in the same stage of life. It's also allowing any and all research and publication opportunities to go to you guys as undergrads. That also means that you're being taught by professors who have generally terminal degrees in their field, and they are here to teach you guys. We do have classes that are going to cap at 25, average at about 18, with an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We cover 67 different majors, minors, and programs. That's going to allow you not only to become an expert in your field of study, but to be able to personalize it to work towards what you want to be doing. So not only are you going to be an expert in the field of English per se, but you'll be an expert in the field of English. And if you want to do pre-law, you can do pre-law. If you want to be on the education track, you can be on the education track. It's going to allow you to really take control of your own education and be in charge of that, and really kind of dig deep into your subject that you're interested in. But a lot of us don't necessarily know what we want to be studying right off the bat, and that's totally okay. That's totally normal at 17 and 18 years old. And so the idea of liberal arts education is that we are going to allow you to take a bunch of different classes in a bunch of different areas before you have to settle down into one major. In fact, you'll be taking just about two full years worth of general education requirement credits. This is going to give you the chance to explore your options, see what works for you, see what you enjoy, see what you're good at. It's also going to allow you to gain the skills that are necessary, not only in those classes, but generally as a great global citizen and as somebody who wants to be in the working world. So you're going to expand your list of skills that you have to offer, so that whether you stay in one career field for your entire working life, whether you switch as many times as you please, you will be a great competitive candidate for multiple jobs. You will be have a really great basis of knowledge whenever you do want to switch, and you'll have this really well-rounded set of skills, education to take you wherever you want to go. We are on what we call a 4-1-4 system. So 4 months of traditional classes every fall and every spring. We save the month of January every year for what we call our interim program. For those that aren't familiar with an interim program, this is where you're taking one class every day for 3 hours a day, which sounds kind of intensive and maybe a little bit boring. But these classes are built for this time period, and they are built to be engaging and movement and experience oriented. So these classes are really applicable to not only your life, but to different pieces of what you might be interested in. And the goal is for you to learn something new in a new way with new people. Because we want you to get outside of your educational comfort zone and try something new, these classes are pass-fail so that you are not going to be disadvantaged for trying something new, for expanding your education. These are going to be done in a new way. So because we're not worrying about grades, you get to do a lot of activities. There are a lot of movement-based classes. There's a lot of field trips during this time, which our college students love. Field trips are totally underutilized in the college sector. And then hopefully when you're trying something new and you're doing it in a new way, that's going to inherently bring you together with other people. You can do an on-campus interim. You can do an internship during this time. You can travel during this time, 2021 most likely being the exception here. And then you can also do an independent study. So if Wofford, for whatever reason, does not have something that's really striking your fancy, then you get the chance to kind of create your own, which is really exciting. So there's going to be something for everybody. You can see down here our top majors, minors, and programs. I do like to mention to students, because we are really well known for our pre-professional tracks. Biology is usually on the pre-med and or pre-dental track. We have just under a 90% admission rate into medical school and dental school from Wofford. Psychology, finance, and accounting are really popular programs because they are so hands-on and real world applicable right from the start. And then English and government are really great liberal arts majors, but you can also pair those with a pre-law or pre-education track, which is quite common. When we're talking about student life at Wofford, we are talking about living on campus. 94% of our students choose to live on campus all 4 years. We are talking about clubs and organizations to offer our students. We have over 100, including Greek life, including intramural and club athletics, and then community service and philanthropic education components to those are going to be really popular clubs as well. And then we also have religious clubs and organizations for those that are interested. And then last but certainly not least, we are the third smallest Division I school in the country, offering 19 varsity sports to our students on the Division I level, allowing our students to have the best of a small liberal arts experience and a really phenomenal Division I NCAA athletic experience as well. If you have questions, comments, concerns, please reach out to me via phone or email. I'm really happy to be your admission counselor, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wofford. Let's see, Winthrop is back, but Winthrop, we'll move you to the end. We'll have plenty of time for you to finish your presentation at the end after Young Harris. So we'll go to Xavier University.
Hey, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Gibson. Let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. All right. So
we're not able to see your screen. Just try to reshare it.
Let's see. Is that better?
Yeah, we see the Zoom sign-in page right now.
Let's see one more time. Oh. All right. How about now?
Looks good. Okay.
So again, sorry about that. Welcome. My name is Brian Gibson. I am the regional director for Xavier University in Cincinnati, Ohio. Xavier University, we have over 5,000 undergraduate students and 1,900 graduate students. We consider ourselves a medium-sized liberal arts institution. We are a Jesuit Catholic institution, the fourth oldest Jesuit Catholic in the country of 27. Last year, our Xavier freshman class was comprised of about 55% of our students from outside of Ohio. Makes us a very regional and national campus. We had about 24 students of color on campus. And in a larger environment, that wouldn't show up. But here at Xavier, with a freshman class or undergraduate class of 5,000, 24% kind of definitely shows up on campus. We have a student-teacher ratio is going to be 12-1. Our average class size is between 22 to 28 students. And as you can see, 19% of our students are the first of their families to go to college here at Xavier. Some real trailblazers here at Xavier. We have over 17 different faiths represented here at Xavier. So although we are heavily dominant with Jesuit Catholic, everybody's voice will be heard on campus. And then 39% of our students are the only ones or the first from their high school to come to Xavier. We have 90 different majors to choose from. Our student-teacher ratio, again, as I said, is 12-1. We have a 98% placement for the first time within the first 6 months when you graduate from Xavier University or going into grad school or med school or doing some type of volunteer work abroad. 93% of our student population that graduated from Xavier or seniors rate their educational experience as either excellent or good, which is very important because you don't want to be at a place where you're not happy or you're dissatisfied with the service. We have 5 distinct honors programs here at Xavier. And so whether you're interested in some politics or you're interested in our science department or our fine arts or just a general university scholars program, we have all things for everyone here for honors programs. Those programs are have a separate application process and a separate grade point average requirement in order to get into those programs. Once you get accepted to the university, we will then send out that information to you. One of the secret sauces at Xavier, we like to say, is our student success team. Each student, when you come to Xavier University, you will receive an academic advisor, student success coach, a financial aid advisor, as well as a career coach. All of which this team is designed to help you persist through the university, as well as enjoy or have an enjoyable experience while at the university, and then graduate and ultimately receive a good job or go on to that graduate or that volunteer position. We have 18 different, or we have 18 NCAA Division I teams represented here at Xavier. We have over 170 clubs and organizations to choose from as well. As you can see, 64% of our students have a leadership role while on campus. And this is important because while, when you're on campus, you want to have a good time and enjoy yourself. Those leadership roles help to translate into relatable skills when you go on those internships and then into your career fields later on in life. And so 90% of our students live on campus. We're very much a residential campus. And even for the students that do not stay on campus, they generally reside in housing within 3 to 4 blocks to campus. So it's kind of similar to kind of like a on campus, but it's an off campus scenario. We are located 10 minutes from downtown Cincinnati, which really lends itself well for students to combine your college experience with a major city. You kind of create that home away from home. And one fun fact about Cincinnati, you can be in 3 states in 5 minutes. We border Indiana and Kentucky, and there's bridges that go across. And so if you ever feel like you don't have anything to do, you can always kind of explore those different areas. Basketball is king here. Again, we are a part of the Big East Conference. And so if you have never been to our campus or to the Cintas Center, it's one of those bucket list items. I definitely recommend you kind of do that sooner than later. But students, you will have an opportunity to attend those games. I never say free because it's a cost of your tuition, but for no additional cost, you can attend one of those games and even bring your family members or friend during those types of weekends. Here we have the admissions process. Obviously, first and foremost, we would like for you to visit campus. Of course, during COVID, that kind of makes it difficult, even though our campus is open for daily visits for individual families, for individual tours. However, we do have a virtual tour that's really comprehensive and allows you to kind of skip around and see the things that you want to see. You can visit us through xavier.edu/visit or xavier.edu/undergraduate. And then, of course, the next steps in the process, you want to definitely apply. We are a Common App school. We are currently taking applications as we speak. I read all the applications from this area, and I'd be happy to review that information. You want to apply for the FAFSA and honors programs and competitive scholarships by December 1st. Once you get that in, that makes you eligible to receive that information or those scholarships that could be plentiful for you. Every student gets a scholarship here at Xavier, a merit-based scholarship. If you have additional questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Here's my information. I look forward to talking to you.
Hey, thank you very much, Xavier. Up next this evening will be Young Harris College.
Hello, friends. So nice to meet you this evening. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, let's get it. Okay, so my name's Katie, and I love Young Harris College. It's such a special place. We call it the Enchanted Valley for a reason. So we are a small liberal arts college in the Northeast Georgia mountains. So that Orange County is where we're at. We are literally on the side of Brasstown Bald Mountain, which is the highest point in Georgia. So not a bad view on campus for sure. And the mountains picture there is the top of Brasstown, and we are right there at the base. So we have around 1,000 students every year. So that means you get to know people really well. It's It's a very tight-knit community, and I think you just get to know more people better. We're 2 hours from Atlanta, Chattanooga, Asheville, and Greenville, but then we also have some really exciting things going on nearby. So we've got 2 lakes on the bookends of us, lots of water sports, beach on the lake. If you love nature, this is the place to be, because we've got all kinds of hiking trails, camping right behind campus, some apple orchards, and local charm like restaurants and boutiques to go to. So some quick facts about us: our average class size is 18 and our student to faculty ratio is 12:1. So you're going to get lots and lots of face time with all of your professors. We don't have grad assistants teaching, so you'll definitely have that experienced person teaching you, and you don't have to fight for hours in the office. And what's great about that is you get to know your professors, especially in your upper level classes. There might only be 6 to 8 people, so they get to know you and they can write those recommendation letters for you so much better. We've got 30 plus majors, 70 plus organizations, 12 sororities and fraternities. So we've got both the local and the national. The local were made here, so they've got a little more charm and tradition, and the national ones are of course affiliated like with a lot of other schools. We've got 15 NCAA Division II teams, so we're definitely a competitor here, and our women's softball team actually won the national championship this last year, so that was really cool. So here's some of the majors that we offer. You'll see some of the typical ones like biology, psychology, business, education. Those are all very popular programs. Biology obviously has like pre-med and pre-nursing tracks, but then some that you might not see at a lot of other places are outdoor studies, which is great for the area. You get a lot of hands-on experience in nature, as well as creative writing and graphic design. Stan actually designed some of the Home Alone posters. He's our graphic design buff here, so everyone raves about him. And we're big on our fine arts here, so musical theater, music, instrumental and choir emphasis, even theatrical design and production. We've got it all, so lots of options. Our student organizations, anything and everything you could want, we have. So anything from student government to anime club to equestrian club. We've got some great trails around here. We are a Methodist affiliated school, so we've got some great religious life programs like chapel, and you can be on the chapel team. And we've got student-led worship both Monday and Thursday. You can be a part of our yearbook, and yeah, endless options. So here are our athletic teams. We have men and women for most sports except for volleyball. That's only women's. We just added that on, and we're very excited about the program. And yeah, we hope that you'll hit us up for coaches information if you're interested in joining one of those teams. So I'm just going to take you on a little tour around campus so you get a feel for Young Harris College. This is our Rollins Campus Center, which is our epicenter of campus. We've got Starbucks and Chick-fil-A in there, as well as a 3-tier library that meets your needs if you need complete silence or if you want to socialize. We've got our dining hall in there, as well as some hangout space, some study space, and a place where we have events. So this is the back end of our dining hall, which is amazing. You get to see the view of the North Georgia mountains and then hang out with your friends when the weather's nice. This is our plaza. So they change out the flowers every season. So we have beautiful flowers blooming all the time. That back building is our Applebee Center. That is freshman housing. And then this is Towers, which is our other freshman housing building. Most freshmen will end up in one of those two. Towers is a little newer, community style, and you get more socialization in there. And this is our chapel. So like I said, we are Methodist affiliated. We don't force you to go to those things, but you have those options available to you. And I love to show people this. We get 1 to 2 good snows every year, and it's such an event on campus. Like everyone's building snowmen, doing snowball fights, and you just don't get that in most of Georgia. So we really love it. And like I said, we're big on our fine arts. So this is our Glenn McGinnis Hall. The bottom left picture is from Little Shop of Horrors, which we did in the spring. And the bottom right is our band and choral Christmas concert, which we have a ton of people come from all over the community. And this is our rec center built in the last 10 years. Our rock wall is a highlight on campus for sure. So yes, that's our little tour. If you are interested in visiting campus, we are doing in-person tours. They're private, so you don't have to worry about a big group. Every day, Monday through Friday at 10 and 2. We also have a bigger visitation event called Purple and White Day, and we're limiting those to 25 people at a time on campus. We'll do 2 sessions in a day, and you get a lot more bang for your buck than, not that you're paying anything, but for the time spent driving up here. And you can sign up at yhc.edu/visit. If you're interested in applying, our application is free and it only takes about 30 minutes. We're test optional, so no worries about SAT or ACT scores. And you can apply at yhc.edu/apply. The only other thing we need besides your application is your transcript, your official one. And feel free to contact me. My information's up there. I'm happy to answer any questions, big or small. Even if you don't know what to eat for lunch, I'm here for you, my friend. And then, yeah, if you're interested in learning more about us, we'd love it if you'd follow us on Instagram at YHC_admissions. And if you want more personalized information, go to discover.yhc.edu. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Young Harris. And now let's go back to Winthrop University to have them finish their presentation.
Thank you. I do want to apologize for that. I guess one of our downsides from working from home is a less than reliable Wi-Fi network, but thank you all. I am just going to share my screen right where I left off with our location. So again, we are in Rock Hill, South Carolina, so about 4 hours from Atlanta and 3.5 hours from Georgia. And these are some of our amenities that we do have close to campus. We are very big in our sports in Rock Hill and Charlotte. We do have a velodrome as well as a BMX Supercross track, and did host the International Championship for BMX as well as the National Championship for disc golf. So a lot of different things happening in Rock Hill on the sports front. We are also in the process of moving the training facilities of the Panthers to Rock Hill. So a lot of different areas there for students to take part in, especially on the sports front. All right, and a little bit about our community on campus. So no matter where you end up going to school, you're going to spend a lot of time outside of the classroom. You're not going to be in the classroom all day, every day. So you want to know that there are things to do outside of the class. So we do have over 160 different student organizations. These range from anything from your political-based organizations to your faith-based to just your fun-based organizations as well. And students can create their own club if there is something that they are not interested in. We do also have 18 different national Greek organizations. We do have Greek life from all 3 of the major chapters. So whichever chapter you're looking for, we do have those on campus. We do also have 40 different intramural club and sports teams, again, ranging from anything from your normal footballs and soccers to we had a battleship team one year. So a lot of different things for students to take part in. And then finally, we are a part of the NCAA Division I Big South Conference, and students' tuition does cover all entrance fees to these games. So you do get to take part in these games with no additional cost to you as well. And a little bit about some of our academic opportunities on campus. We do have over 43 different undergraduate majors, again, ranging from anything from your normal biology to psychologies. We do have all 5 arts accredited areas, so music, theater, art, dance, and design. We are the only institution in South Carolina to have all 5 of those programs, and only one of 37 in the nation. So our fine arts is a very big area, very popular on campus. We do host over 160 different performances throughout the year, so very busy, very popular on campus. We do also have very small class sizes with only about 21 students per class with the 13:1 ratio. And then you'll see on the left-hand side, we do have different things for our students to take part in. We have an honors program on campus. We do also allow students to study abroad. May look a little different this year and next, but we do partner with about 200 institutions globally to participate in those reciprocal programs for students to go abroad wherever they would like. Right, and a little bit about our application process on campus. So we do only require 3 things from our students. So your high school transcript and the completed application itself. Now, if you choose to apply with your test scores, we will need those test scores sent directly from the testing agency. However, we are also test optional this year as well. So students do choose to apply the test optional pathway. You will just need to complete an essay in place of those test scores. And the essay is about 250 to 300 words, so only about a page in length. So it's not too bad for you guys. And then you can send us your resume and letters of recommendations as well if you would like to send those. But we do look at the 3 things above as our primary source of criteria. And our application right now is open until about the end of November for our first decision deadline. And then our decision deadline in the spring is February 1st. All right, so a little bit about our financial aid. Once again, our financial aid, our scholarship deadline is also February 1st, and students in the state of Georgia or any other state other than South Carolina, if you do receive one of our Winthrop merit-based scholarships, we do also waive your out-of-state tuition. So if students do get one of those scholarships, we do also waive the $14,000 difference between the in-state and out-of-state tuition, and you get the scholarship on top of this as well. So we do stack all of these scholarships that you see. So if you receive any scholarships from any very various places, we do stack those. So there's no cap on any money that you can bring in. So one of my bigger pieces of advice is for you to just apply to any scholarships that are available to you between your junior and senior year. There are several different resources. We do partner with raiseme.com. So if students do have anything ranging from an A in a class to participating in community research, they can get scholarships for those. So definitely look for those scholarships or anything that is available to you. And if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. That is my email right there. And again, I do represent the entire state of Georgia. So if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. And thank you for your time.
Hey, thank you very much, Winthrop. We do have a few minutes remaining, so attendees, you are welcome to pose any additional questions you may have via the Q&A feature. I might pose a question to our panelists and have us go around and briefly answer one or both of the following questions. Perhaps you could share a frequently asked question that you received that you'd like to share the answer with the audience. Or given that 6 minutes is very short, perhaps what's one thing that you did not include in your presentation that you'd like to share, an event or tradition, your favorite part of campus, a club, whatever it may be. So why don't we go in the same order? So we'll start with Point University.
Yeah, if you guys do have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us or just reach out to our admission page. We do have an Instagram as well too. So if you guys want to follow us, we do post a lot on there. We actually do have a few raffles coming up for the semester. So if you guys do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you. University of Alabama.
Yes, I'll just reiterate. I got a question in the chat room that I'll go ahead and reiterate about scholarships. We have merit-based scholarships that operate off of 2 grids, and they're both ranging from $6,000 to $28,000 per year. One is our academic merit scholarships, which combine the GPA and test scores, and then we also have our competitive merit scholarships, which are going to look at a core GPA and then the tiered ranking of the scholarship applications submitted by January 15th. So we definitely have some great merit scholarship opportunities for you at Alabama. You can see Russell's and my contact information on the slides behind us, and definitely don't hesitate to reach out to us with any questions.
Thank you. Winthrop?
Yeah, so I guess one thing that wasn't in my presentation that I can talk about now, we are offering in-person tours right now. So for students who do want to come visit, you can visit on campus or you can take a tour online. And again, if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to let us know.
Great, thank you. Wofford?
Hey everybody. A few things that I wanted to mention now that I have an extra second. We are test optional, have been test optional since 2016, will continue to be test optional, and we offer merit aid to our test optional students as well, so know that. We also are open for in-person tours and would love to have you guys on campus. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention, I think probably, is that we are a Common App exclusive school. So if you are working on the rest of your applications and you think Wofford sounds interesting, then add us to the Common App. Our section doesn't take you very long. And then if you email me, you might or might not get a fee waiver, and you totally will. So please let me know if you have any questions. I'm really glad to be working with you guys.
Okay, thank you. Xavier?
Yeah, again, Brian Gibson. I forgot to mention that, like I said, every student gets a scholarship here at Xavier. The scholarships range between $16,000 and $24,000 per year. They're all merit-based. We are also test optional, and that's for all the way across the board, even for our direct entry nursing program. I did send in the chat my contact information, but just in case you missed it, my email address is gibsonb@xavier.edu.
Great, thank you. And Young Harris.
Hello again. Yeah, on the merit-based scholarship train. So we offer those as well. They usually cut total cost in about half, so they're very generous, and most students receive them high 90 percentile. And we do offer study abroad, so that's an exciting thing. Again, COVID, who knows what this year looks like, but every year we usually offer those, as well as undergraduate research programs. There's so many cool things. And just one last thing, a cool tradition that we have here is, I told you we were on the side of Brasstown Bald Mountain. So all of our freshmen will hike into campus, like from the top of the mountain. And then when they're seniors, they hike out as like a farewell. And it's just a beautiful moment. Everyone loves it. So.
Great. Thank you. And thank you to all of our panelists this evening for your presentations. And thank you to all of our attendees for joining us. Before we end this session, just a few quick housekeeping items. When you close your window, you will receive a very quick 4-question survey. We ask you to take a minute and complete. And again, just a reminder to feel free to sign up for more sessions. And a recording of this session will be available on that same registration website. Thank you to everybody. Have a great evening and good luck in your college search.